Sir, in the last session, we had a discussion about, I hope you people remember, we had a discussion about operator overloading. Correct, right? Operator overloading concept we discussed already, right? So we can use plus operator for multiple purposes. Do you know we can use plus operator for arithmetic operator? Next for string repetition of arithmetic string concatenation operator, even plus operator I can use for my book objects also. Yes, we covered in the last session for book objects also B1 plus B2. Actually B1 and B2 are book objects. I created my own class. Okay, for that class we use B1 plus B2 like this one, sir. So we can extend the functionality of an operator based on our requirement, right? So this concept is nothing but operator overloading. So in other languages like Java, we are not having any such type of facility, man. This facility is available only in Python. Remember that? So operator overloading. Of course, in comparing only with Java, in other languages like C++, maybe a chance of this concept is available. But in Python also concept is available, right? So internally, how we can implement operator overloading by using internally? How we can implement operator overloading by using magic methods. Are you getting that? By using what the magic methods concept? Okay, like sir, for every operator internally, sir, magic method is available. If you override that magic method in our class, then automatically operator overloading by default is possible, sir. Sir, yesterday we covered about book related example. Let me go for a small another example, sir, so that you may get much clarity about this one. Sir, for the plus operator, have you remember for plus operator, what is the magic method? Can you please spell out? I forgot the name. For the plus operator, what is the magic method, sir? Underscore. What is the magic method for the plus operator? Underscore, add underscore like this. Are you getting right? Okay, underscore, add underscore is the plus operator, right? Sir, if I can take, sir, just to do you know less than symbol, then automatically what the corresponding magic method, sir? Underscore LT underscore like this. Are you getting? So just you people should aware. You people should aware. This one is nothing but magic method. Okay, like for every operator, magic method is available. Remember that if you override that magic method, then automatically our purpose we can able to fulfill. Based on our requirement, we can override that magic method to use this operator to do our required activities, right? Okay, like that. So let me go for a small chota example so that you people can get much clarity. Of course, it's just a simple revision kind of thing only, right? So I want to use less than operator. I want to overload. I want to overload. So greater than operator and the less than or equal to these operators. I want to overload for student objects. Are you getting? For student objects, I want to overload greater than and less than or equal to for student objects. Right? How you can able to do that? Sir, for every student, name is available, roll number is name is available, marks are available. If first student greater than second student means first student marks greater than second student marks. Are you getting right? Sir, if the first student sir less than or equal to second student means first student marks less than second student marks. Remember that. So if you want to define this operator, what we have to do? 1 minute, sir. Just let me take class student. I'm taking my own class student class. Now let me go for constructor. Okay, like this. I'm taking self comma name comma marks. I'm taking self comma name comma marks. Self dot name is equal to name. Next self dot marks is equal to marks. Are you getting? Self dot name is equal to name. Self dot marks is equal to marks. Like this, I'm taking, sir. Now my question is, take a bit very special case, sir. So now S1 is equal to, just I'm taking first student, Name is Durga. Name is Durga. Next and after that, the marks are 100. Assume that, sir. Okay, first student name is Durga, and the marks are 100. S2 is equal to student S2 is S1 greater than S2? Is S1 greater than S2? This is about my requirement, right? What I will take, print S1 greater than S2, S1 greater than S2. I want to ask, sir, S1 is greater than S2 or not? Okay. Can you please tell, is this code is going to run or not? Please guide. Please guide. Is this code is going to run or not? Respond, man. Is it going to run or not? Parsardi, Priyanka, Arpita, can you please respond? Is it going to run or not? No, because for the student objects, how you can use greater than symbol? How you can able to use greater than symbol? That's why immediately we are going to get errors. Observe that py test.py. Sir, greater than not supported between student and student. Regarding greater than not supported between student and student. That's why what we require to do, sir, we require to overload this function. Regarding how you can able to define SDEF underscore greater than underscore self comma other. Regarding self comma other. So which thing? Self means first argument. Next other means second argument. Remember this one, sir. First, this one is the first argument. Self means first argument, sir. Sir, first argument is the self. Second argument is nothing but other. So S1 greater than S2 means my requirement is S1 marks either greater than S2 marks or not. This is about my code, right? My requirement. What I have to do? Return self dot marks greater than other dot marks. Regarding self dot marks greater than other dot marks, like this I'm taking, sir. Sir, if I can define this magic method, if I override this magic method, then automatically greater than symbol by default is going to work, no problem at all. So we are extending greater than symbol functionality to work for our student objects also, which is nothing but overloading operator, overloading concept, right? Okay, it's a very clear for you, right? So now, can you please tell what is the output by default you are going to get in this case? Yes, is it true or false? Please respond. Is it true or false? What the answer by default you are going to get now? Sir, S1 greater than S2. S1 marks are 100, but S2 marks are 200. 100 greater than 200 is nothing but, is it true or false? Is it true or false? False by default is the answer we are going to get. Perfectly, it's going to work, sir. What answer by default we are going to get, sir? It is for just a false, like this we are going to get. Remember that. Similarly, what I want to take, S1 is less than or equal to S2. S1 is less than or equal to S2. I want to take it, sir. If I can take S1 less than or equal to S2, S1 less than or equal to S2, can you please observe? Immediately we are getting less than or equal to not supported between student and student. If for less than or equal to not supported between student and student, what I have to do, sir? Okay, overload this operator to meet our programming requirements. Regarding how you can able to do, yes, def underscore. I forgot. What is the corresponding magic method? Oh, less than or equal to. What is the corresponding magic method? Yesterday I told. What is the corresponding magic method? Less than equal to LE. Okay, like self comma other. Like self comma other. Return self dot marks less than or equal to other dot marks. Regarding self dot marks less than or equal to other dot marks. Yes, perfectly it's going to work because first student marks are less than or equal to second student marks. That's why the output by default we are going to get it. Clear? Any explanation is required? Okay, just because of these two methods. just because of these two methods. Remember, sir, overloading concept applicable. Clear, right? Okay. So operator now, because of this magic methods implementation, greater than symbol, less than or equal to symbol is applicable for our student objects also. Clear? Everyone having the clarity? What is operator overloading? How you can implement operator overloading by using magic methods concept, right? Okay. Now one more last example, so that I will conclude this operator overloading concept. One more, sir. Here, first argument is what type? Array, first argument is what type in this example? Respond. First argument is what type? Student type. Second argument is also what type? Student type. Suppose if different type of objects, is it possible or not? Yes, why not? Why not? It's always possible. It's always possible. How you can able to do that? Very simple, sir. Just have a look once, sir. What I want to take? Overload star operator. What is the meaning of star? Usually, where we can use a star operator? Star operator. Where we can use star operator? Star operator we can use for multiplication. Next one after that, string repetition. For those things we can use multiplication operator, right? I want to overload this operator for employee objects. Employee objects, right? So how you are going to get? What is the meaning of that? Just have a look once. I'm taking class employee. Okay, class employee. I'm taking the f underscore init underscore self comma name comma self comma name comma salary, like this I'm taking, sir. Just observe that, sir. How much is salary per day? How much is salary per day? Okay, day wise wage or otherwise day wise salary I'm taking. Now my point here is, sir, self for dot name is equal to name, self dot name is equal to name, self for dot salary is equal to salary, sir. Whatever salary day wise. About employee, can you please tell how many variables are there inside employee class? Please respond. How many variables are there inside employee class? Two variables are available. Correct or not? Two variables are available, right? Now I'm take a bit very special care. Now I'm taking class timesheet. Class timesheet. Assume that. Sir, different class I'm taking. The f underscore init. Next self comma name comma how many days this person worked. Regarding in a month, how many days this person worked, sir. So just I'm taking self dot name is equal to name, self dot name is equal to name, self dot days is equal to self dot days is equal to days, like this I'm taking, sir. That's all. Now can you please tell how many classes are there? Up to this, how many classes are there? Two classes, right? Sir, two classes. First one talk about name and salary. Second one talk about name and days. Assume that, let me create one employee object. One employee object is equal to employee of. Okay, his name is Durga, like. Next, daily salary is 500 rupees. Assume that, sir, per day, sir, 500 rupees. Next, T is equal to timesheet. I'm creating timesheet object of, okay, Durga is the name, comma, how many number of days this person worked? 25 days. Assume that, sir, 25 days he worked. Number of days is nothing but 25, and per day salary is nothing but 500, like this. Now my requirement is print off, okay, this month salary. Regarding this month salary is E into T I'm taking. Observe that a bit carefully, sir. This one salary is nothing but employee object into timesheet. Automatically I have to get the salary. Regarding I have to get the month salary, total salary. I want to get, sir. If I can take like this, Python is going to give left and right, because how star operator is applicable for employee under timesheet objects. Observe that how employee is applicable for like here, unsupported operator type for star employee under timesheet. Sir, you can't apply for employee, you can't apply for timesheet. By mistake, if you are taking like that, immediately you are going to get error. Clear? Are you in a position to understand, right? Now my question is, array, this star operator, I want for employee and timesheet also. How you can able to do that, sir? Very simple. You are calling on E star T. Are you getting? On E star T. You are calling on employee star T. That's why inside employee class you can write magic method def underscore underscore. What is the method name? Multiplication underscore underscore self comma other. Observe a bit very carefully, sir. Self comma other. So now take a bit very special care. This self is nothing but employee object. Next, this other is nothing but timesheet object. So the objects need not be same type. Different types also no problem at all. Here in Python, type is never be a matter, sir. So first argument is nothing but employee. Second argument is nothing but timesheet. Sir, how I can return? What value I have to return? Return self dot salary. Sir, self dot salary per day. How much is salary? How much is salary into other dot days. How many? Return self dot salary and other dot days. Sir, self means I told already. Self means sir employee object. Was employee salary how much? How much? Like next one after that other means other means do you know T? Other means T like this, right? Okay, sir, this is the way how you can overload this star operator to apply for employee under timesheets. If I can take like this, observe that 500 into 25. 500 into 25, yes, this month salary is 12,500 rupees. Everyone in a position to understand, right? Yes. Yes, boss. What is magic method? What is operator overloading? How you can use existing operators for our own classes? Sir, magic methods, how you can able to override almost 3 or 4 examples I covered. Book example we discussed. Next student example we covered. Next employee example we covered. Now I hope everyone in a position to understand what is operator overloading. Can I go to the next level? Still having any doubt? Okay, Suresh, arguments are nothing but this is X and Y are parent classes. Parent classes. Suresh, sorry, Raviteja. Parent classes. X and Y means parent classes. You can able to take. What happens if you use in timesheet class? Can you please observe that? Can you please observe that? Is it if I can take this method, okay, if I can take T into E, I'm taking. Now observe that T into E, okay. Can you please have a look once? Are you getting? It is always expecting. What is the first argument? What the first argument? Suresh, what the first argument? T. In the timesheet class, it is expecting star operator. Regarding in the timesheet class, it is expecting star operator. That's why order is also important. Sir, you can take any order. You can take any order, no problem at all. Then override here also. Override here also. Regarding self, comma other. Now, can you please tell now which one is the self? Sir, in the timesheet class, which is the self? Which is the self? Self is nothing but in timesheet class. Which is the self? Can you please tell? Respond, man. Why you are silent? Yeah, sorry, sir. Which is the self? Self means what? T means self. Other means E. Remember that. So then automatically return what I have to take as self dot days into other dot salary. Regarding you have to take because first argument will become like this. Regarding first argument will become self, dot days time sheet. Second argument will become sir employee. Okay, like this. Now observe that what is the answer by default you are going to get like this. So now immediately let me take e into t, e into t into t like this time. So if I can take like this, now observe in both cases perfectly it's going to work, no problem at all. But anyway, which is the first argument? Which is the first argument? In the corresponding class, compulsory this magic method should be implemented. Okay, that's all, friends. This is nothing but what, sir? What is the operator overloading? Any doubt? Any doubt? Are you getting that? Any doubt about operator overloading? That's all. Okay. Now, what is the next cinema, sir? So, second category of overloading is method of overloading. Are you getting method of overloading? Remember this one. Now I have one small doubt, sir. When we say that two methods are said to be overloaded, sir, these two methods are overloaded, sir. Anyone can you please guide? The people who are coming from Java background. The people who are coming from Java background, can you please guide? When we say that two methods are said to be overloaded, if and only if both methods having the same name, both methods having the same name, and the different argument types. Correct or not? If you consider Java, Java, sir, M1 R int x. Okay, M1 without any argument. M1 R int x, comma double D. M1 of int x, comma double D. Or M1 R just simply double D also. Are you getting M1 of simply double D? Sir, the same name but different argument types. Same name but different argument types. Maybe number of arguments also different. No problem at all. Such type of methods are said to be overloaded methods. Remember that, overloaded methods. Okay, like in other languages like Java, happily we can declare like this, no problem at all. But in Python, there is a problem, sir. What is the problem is, some types we are not going to declare. Types we are not going to declare. So then automatically, how you can decide this is the int type, this is the double type? No such type of thing. Are you getting that? No such type of thing. That's why operator, I mean method of overloading is not possible in the Python. Remember this one, because if these two methods, how you can able to differentiate? There is no way to differentiate, sir. One is int type, the second one is nothing but double type, the second one itself is nothing but double type. There is a way if you can able to declare the type. But in Python, for methods, types are not available. Then automatically it's a bigger problem. If types are not there, if you are not going to specify like this, then automatically type declaration is not there. Then how you can tell that these two methods are overloaded. That's why overloading of the methods, method of overloading concept not applicable in the Python. Remember, these ones are very, very important, because we are not going to declare types explicitly. Sir, then immediately ask, sir, there are one argument, two argument, three arguments like then you can able to define. Yes, if number of arguments are different, then there is a way in Python, that part I will take care. But if different types are there, but number of arguments is the same, there is no way to differentiate. That's why a method of overloading concept not applicable in the Python. Everyone can able to understand, right? There is no such type of terminology, sir. Method of overloading, remember. Then, sir, if I declare multiple methods with the same name, but a different number of arguments, what will happen, sir? Here, have a look once. I'm taking class test. Now listen very carefully, sir. I'm taking class test. The M1 method I'm taking self print R. Okay, no arg method. Like this I'm taking, sir. Sir, this is my first method. Are you getting? No arg method, because self is nothing but implicit variable, but not explicit argument. Sir, now I'm taking self comma a. Now I can use the word one argument method. Now here just observe that self comma a comma b, sir. A comma b. Then automatically two argument method. Are you getting? Two argument method like this I declared, sir. Can you please guide? Is it valid or invalid? Is it valid or invalid? Just now I told was overloading, method of overloading concept. Not applicable in the Python. Not applicable in the Python. Can you please tell, is it valid or not? If you are trying to declare multiple methods with the same name but a different number of arguments, what will happen is 100% pakka it is valid. Respond 100% pakka it is valid. Don't keep any doubt at all, valid. But overloading, but method of overloading concept is not applicable. You are telling contradiction statements, you are telling valid. Method of overloading concept not allowed in the Python, but this one is perfectly valid. How, sir? How it is? If you are trying to declare multiple methods with the same name but a different number of arguments, what is the Python behavior is, sir, this method replaced with this method. This method replaced with this method. Then automatically in the test class, how many M1 methods are available? Only one method, that is the last declared method only. There, sir, these two methods, even you declared, these are not available. How you can conclude, sir? How you can conclude? Sir, here very simple. Let me create a test object. Test object. I'm not calling any method. Just is it valid or not? Array, I told it's already valid. Okay. Now observe. Let me combine. Yes, you never going to get any problem. Happily the code, runs. Happily the code runs because I'm not calling. Now the cinema, I'm telling that once we declared this method, automatically this method by default will be gone. Remember that. Once I declared this method, automatically this method will be gone. So inside a class, a method with the M1 name, how many methods are possible? Only one. That is last recently created method only. It is going to consider all the old methods by default will be replaced with a new method, and so on. So in this class, only this method is available. Where is the proof for that? Very simple. T dot. Sir, I want to call this method. How you can call this method? Because it's not expecting any argument. Okay, first one is nothing but it's not expecting any argument. Now I'm calling this one. Can you please tell, is it going to execute or not? Is it going to execute or not? It won't. The problem is, sir, only this method is available. It is expecting two arguments, but you are not providing any argument. Immediately Python is going to give left and right. Observe that. Can you please have a look? M1 missing two required positional arguments A and B. Oh, it is always going to consider only this one. Regarding it's always going to consider only this one, right? So which is always expecting two arguments. Sir, okay. Now I'm providing one argument. Now I'm assuming that this method is going to execute. No chance at all. Boss, two arguments expecting, but you provided only one argument. Where is the B value? Like again, Python is going to get left and right. Are you getting? Missing one required positional argument B, sir. Required one positional argument B. Then automatically what I will take 10, 20. There, sir, last method is going to be considered perfectly. It's going to work. Any explanation is required? Are you getting that? Any explanation is required? Okay, remember, because the clear indication, it is always going to consider only last declared method. The remaining methods by default will be gone, sir. Suppose if I'm taking 10, 20, 30, then automatically only this method is available. But you are not passing any argument. You are passing three arguments, sir. Then immediately the problem by default is going to come, sir. Now observe, three arguments you are providing, but the method is expecting only two arguments. Three arguments you are providing. Here, see. Sir, M1 takes a three positional argument, but four were given, something like that. Three positional argument, but four were given. Is nothing but something like self is also is going to consider like. Are you in a position to understand? Parsathe. Yes. So method overloading concept is not applicable in the Python. If you declare multiple methods with the same name, only last method by default is going to be considered. Observe that, sir. This is the beautiful example, right? Then immediately we ask, sir, my requirement is I want a method with any number of arguments I want to pass. Something like some method. Some method. I may require to pass 2 arguments, 3 arguments, 4 arguments, like any number of arguments I want to pass. Then how you can handle in the Python? No problem at all. Overloading method requirement we can handle in 2 ways. Either with the default arguments. Regarding either with the default arguments or variable number of arguments. Where are the variable number of arguments? Like we covered like somewhere types of arguments with the default arguments or variable number of arguments. There are 2 ways are available. Like okay, first way is nothing but with the default arguments. For really overloading concept, if you want indirectly, we can able to do with the variable number of arguments and with the default arguments. How you can able to do that? That part I will discuss. But anyway, actually, method of overloading concept is it applicable or not applicable in the Python? Respond. Method of overloading concept, is it applicable or not applicable in the Python? Applicable or not applicable? Not applicable. If we consider multiple methods with the same name inside a class, what will happen, sir? There only last method by default is going to be considered. All the remaining methods by default will be overridden. Okay, I mean replaced. Okay, now, sir, what is the way? How you can able to use up to certain level indirectly we can achieve overloading concept, method of overloading. How you can able to do that, sir? Very simple. DEF. Sir, I want some method. Now here take a very special care. Sir, my requirement is T is equal to test I'm taking. T is equal to test I'm taking. T dot sum of you may pass 10, 20, or you may pass 10, 20, 30. That's all. This is about my requirements, sir. Sir, I want a method. I want a some method which should take 2 arguments or which should take 3 arguments. How many some methods are required? But it should not work with no argument or 4 argument, 5 argument and so on. Only my requirement is 2 argument and 3 argument. Then how many some methods are required to declare? 2 methods. If I declare 2 methods, Python is always going to consider only last method only. Then last method can take 2 or 3 arguments. Only one method is going to work, but not other method. Are you getting the problem right? Yes, ma'am. Are you getting the problem right? Ayo. Yes, if I declare some method, first 2 arguments, you are going to take 2 arguments. Next time after that, you are going to take 3 arguments. Now, can you please tell how many sum methods are available? How many sum methods are available? Strictly speaking, even you declare 2, but only one method. Then automatically, sir, this one will work, but this one won't work. Then immediately you ask, sir, star A you can take. If I can take star A, it is going to work for 4 arguments, 5 arguments, 6 arguments also. No. I want only either 2 arguments or 3 arguments only. Are you getting? Only either 2 or 3. By mistake, if you are not passing 2 or 3, some 0 number of arguments or 4 number of arguments, like immediately it has to tell, hey, please provide 2 or 3 arguments only. Please provide 2 or 3 arguments only. I want this type of response also. How you can able to do that, sir? Beautiful example. Observe that. How many arguments you are going to pass? Please tell. Either 2. Respond. Either 2 or respond, man. Either 2 or 3. This is your programmer requirement. But overloading concept is not there. Then how you can able to handle is A is equal to none. Default values. Again, A is equal to none. B is equal to none. C is equal to none. Okay. Sir, I'm taking like A is equal to none, B is equal to none, C is equal to none. So these are default arguments, default values. If you want, you can pass a value or otherwise you can ignore the value. If you are not passing any value, then Python is going to consider none as the default value. Now my question is, if A is not equal to none and B is not equal to none and C is not equal to none. What is the meaning of this one? Anyone can you please tell? A is not equal to none, B is not equal to none, C not equal to none means you are passing three values. Correct or not? You are passing how many values, right? Three values. Print the sum. Print the sum. The sum is A plus B plus C. That's all. Wonderful. Sir, elif. Sir, this condition not satisfied. Some value is the none. That's why elif. A is not equal to none. B and B is not equal to none. Have you observed? A is not equal to none. B is not equal to none. Remember this one. A is not none. B is not none. Print R. Sir, what is the meaning? If all are not none, three argument. But only A is not none, B is not none means you pass two argument. Only two values. Print the sum. Print the sum is what the values are A plus B. Perfect. Okay. Else just I'm taking sir. Else just print off. So please pass two or three values. Are you getting? Please provide two or three values only. Like this I'm passing. Please provide two or three values only. Okay. Now perfectly this method is going to work. If you have such type of facility, what is the need of overloading concept? What is the need of method overloading concept? Not really required. If different number of arguments if you want, then happily we have this type of approach. One way, but there is another approach is also there. That part I will take care. Don't worry about that. Sir, in the first case, what is the answer? In the first case, what is the answer? The sum 30. The sum 30. In the second case, what is the answer? The sum 60. Like this, right? Whether it's going to work or not. Perfect. It's going to work. Now, if you want to pass T dot sum without any argument. If without any argument means all or none means first condition fails, second condition fails, only this else part is going to execute. Then automatically, what is the answer by default? You are going to get, hey, please provide two or three values. Remember that. Next, similarly, I want sum of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like this I'm taking, sir. If I can take 5 values, immediately it's going to tell same response. Here just observe that. Immediately it has to take same response. Am I doing any mistake? Yeah, because we are taking max 3 arguments, right? That's why we are taking max three arguments. So if you are not passing 3, okay, like 3 already we covered. So next, if I can take the sum of 10, I'm taking only one argument I'm passing. If I'm passing only one argument, please provide 2 or 3 values like this, right? Clear? Are you in a position to understand? This is one way. Another way, sir. Yes, Saujanya, you can take A is equal to 0 and you can compare. Yes, it is also acceptable. It's also acceptable. Yes, need not be none. If you want, sum of always numbers, right? That's why 0 also you can take, no problem. Acceptable. Saujanya, acceptable. Yeah. Next, sir, observe like this. If you want, you can restrict only 2 arguments, only 3 arguments, only 4 arguments, like that. But now my requirement is different scenarios, sir. This is how you can handle with the default arguments, right? Are you getting? You can handle the scenario with the default argument is nothing but this is the example with the default arguments, right? But yes, I hope you can able to understand, right? Saujanya, 1 minute. Why not 0 instead of none? Why not 0 instead of none? In which case if statements are not required. Yeah. Sir, anyway, here just observe that how many values we require to pass. How many values we are going to pass like this, right? So this is the way you can able to do that. Saujanya, there is one small problem is also there. If I can take zeros, if I can take zeros, what is the problem is? What the problem is? A, if I can take 0, but I'm passing 0, 20. Can you please observe that? 0, 20. 0, 20. A is equal to 0. Now my provided value and the assigned default value same. Then automatically A is not equal to 0. Like then this condition fails. Then may be a problem. That's why none is more meaningful than 0. Remember that. None is more meaningful than 0. 0. Okay. Next, there is another case we can able to take. This is with the default values, right? Now, what is the second way? Wonderful, sir. Variable number of arguments. Variable number of arguments, right? How you can able to do that? How we can able to do that, sir? Very simple. Very simple, sir. All this nonsense I don't want. Any number of arguments you can able to pass, sir. Star n. Are you getting? Star n we can take. Sir, any number of values you can able to pass. Any number of values you can able to pass. Now my requirement is sir, here. So some just I'm taking total is equal to 0. Assume that total is equal to 0 like this. Now here star n, what is this one? A group of values. You can pass 0 value, 1 value, 2 value, 3 value, and so on. What I'm taking for x in n, or otherwise for each number in n, total is equal to total plus n1. Total is equal to total plus n1 like this you can take. So for every number present in this list, by default will be added to the total. Now print of the sum. Print of the sum is total. Like this we can able to do that. Are you getting right? Sir, now take a bit very special case, sir. T dot sum. I'm not passing any argument. Can you please tell, is it valid or not? Please respond. T dot sum, is it valid or not? Yes. Okay. Perfect, it is the valid. Any number of arguments you can pass, the sum is 0. The sum is 0. Now, if I can take 10. If I can take 10, okay, the sum is the 10. The sum itself is nothing but 10. If I can take 20, if I can take a 20, then automatically the sum is the sum. Sorry, 10, 20. Then automatically, sir, what is the answer by default? We are going to get the sum 30. Now I'm taking, sir, here do you know just the sum of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like this we are going to take. Then automatically the sum 150 by default we are going to get. So if even method overloading concept is not there, but up to certain level, we can able to meet with variable number of arguments. Next with the default argument types, no problem at all. Everyone can able to understand? Yes. Any doubt? So method of overloading officially in Python, it is not there. Okay. If you are declaring multiple methods with the same name, only last method will be considered. All the previous methods by default will be gone. Okay. That is next. Sir, I want a method with a multiple number of arguments. No problem. With the default values, you can handle the situation. With the vararg values, you can able to handle the situation. Sir, issue that's all. Clear? Next, same concept applicable for constructor overloading also. Remember that, sir. First, we discussed about operator overloading. Yes, it's possible. I covered multiple examples. I covered multiple examples. Saujanya, just I'm not telling that it is a method of overloading. If you have multiple number of arguments, then automatically we can able to do this. Are you getting? We can able to do this. There is up to certain level. Suppose if you have the requirement something like this, m1 of int a, m1 of int a comma int b. Are you getting? m1 of int a comma int b comma int c. Can I able to replace these overloaded methods with our approach or not? Yes. Saujanya, are you able to understand? This is my requirement. Can I able to meet this requirement by using our default argument types? Possible or not? Up to certain level. Up to certain level. If overloaded method requirements are there, we can able to do some alternative. We can able to manage with respect to default arguments and where are argument types. Clear? Okay. Next, here operator overloading is there. Next, and after that method overloading is we covered. Sir, Python by default won't support for method overloading. Similarly, constructor overloading also. Remember that constructor overloading also, because constructor is also one type of method only. That's fine. So for methods overloading concept is not applicable, means for constructors also overloading concept is not applicable. Remember that. Suppose I'm taking multiple constructors, right? Multiple constructors. Just observe def underscore init underscore self. Sir, this is no arg constructor. Assume that no arg constructor. Like this I'm taking, sir. Okay, this is my first constructor. Assume that. Sir, I want to take one more constructor. I want to take one more constructor. I want to take one more constructor, like three constructors I'm taking, sir. Self comma a, next and after that self comma a comma b, like this I'm taking. Sir, this one is one arg constructor. This one is two arg constructor. Assume that. Sir, can you please tell total how many constructors are there? Sir, as per our declaration, how many constructors are there? Three constructors are there as per our declaration. But in Python, only last constructor is available. Remember this one, sir. In Python, only last constructor is available because constructor overloading is not applicable. Python is always going to consider only last one. Okay, whether it is a method or whether it is a constructor, the rule is always the same. Now, I want to create an object with this constructor. With this constructor, t is equal to test. Observe that. Test means no argument constructor. No argument constructor, but no argument constructor is not there. It is always expecting two argument. Immediately Python will give left and right. Observe that. Observe that. Yes, have you observed? In it missing two required positional arguments A and B. Missing two required, because it's always going to consider this one only. It never going to consider this. Remember that. Okay. Sir, okay. I'm passing one argument. I'm passing one argument, because I'm expecting this one, but still it is also not available. Python is always going to consider this one only. Observe, missing one positional argument B. Same in the methods case, whatever we had, same rule is applicable even in this case also. Then if I can take 10, 20, if I can take 10, 20, perfectly valid. Clear? Any doubt? Sir, method of overloading, constructor overloading, such type of concepts are not applicable in the Python. Remember that. Only one type of overloading is applicable. What is that overloading? Only one type of overloading is applicable. What is that overloading? Operator overloading. Remember that, sir. Sir, Java and Python, there is a small, almost contradiction in this area, sir. Java provides a support. Java provides support for method of overloading, method and constructor overloading, overloading, but not for operator overloading. regarding, but not for operator overloading. So in the case of Java, method overloading is possible, constructor overloading is possible, but the operator overloading is not possible. But Python provides support. Python provide support or supports provide support for operator overloading. Operator overloading. Okay, operator overloading, but not for method and the constructor overloading. Remember this one, sir. But not for method and constructor overloading. Observe almost reverse scenario when compared with Java, sir. Okay, that's all. This is about what is the meaning of overloading concept, right? Okay. So next, even for the constructors also, no problem at all. If you want, you can able to define default arguments. If you want, you can able to define default arguments. Default arguments: A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, C is equal to 0, something like. Or instead of that, if you want, you can take variable number of arguments also, no problem at all. Itself is acceptable in the case of constructors. Clear, right? Any doubt? Okay, that's all. Constructor chaining is not possible. Okay, it is only parent to child. Such type of terminology super is always applicable. Remember that. Super is always applicable. Parent constructor. If you call, then only it will be applicable. Okay, of course we will discuss. So that's all. This is about overloading concept. Next and after that, overriding concept. Overriding concept. Make sure compulsory you should have clarity about this one also. Sir, what is the meaning of overriding? Please respond. What is the meaning of overriding? Suppose whatever methods, constructors, variables present inside parent by default available to the child class. Regarding by default available to the child class, right? So whatever methods, constructors, variables present in the parent class by default available in the child class. Sometimes child class may not satisfy parent class implementation. Regarding sometimes child class may not satisfy parent class implementation. If the child class not satisfied with parent class implementation, then the child is allowed to override that method or constructor in the child class based on its requirement, which is nothing but overloading concept. Remember that a bit very carefully, sir. What is the meaning of overloading? What is the meaning of overloading? Oh, sorry, which is nothing but overriding concept. Just I will explain with a small example. Just observe that. Whatever methods available in the parent class, okay, parent class methods, constructor by default available to the child class. By default available to the child class. So sometimes what will happen? Child class may not satisfy with the parent class method implementation. Then child class is allowed to redefine that method based on its requirement, which is nothing but overriding concept. Okay, I will go for a small example, then you will get the much clarity, sir. Assume that every parent, sir, class P, sir, every parent want to provide huge property to the kid. That's about the requirement, right? Every parent, sir, if you can ask your parent also, parent, why you are working this much effort at this age? Then immediately your parent is going to tell, for the sake of you only, for the sake of you, for your purpose only, I am working like this. Your parent is going to tell. Sir, same parent is always going to provide huge property to the kid, sir. Assume that huge property to the kid. Okay, like in the form of parent is going to provide in the form of what property is going to provide, sir? In the form of cash he may provide, or he may provide land form, or he may provide in the form of gold, or he may provide in the form of power also, right? Sonia Gandhi ma'am, is going to is provided in the form of power to the Rahul. Are you getting right? So if you can ask Devegowda, sir, what you want to do? He is providing. Do you know power to his kid Kumar Swami? Maybe he may be next CM. Maybe. Okay, something like sir, print cash, land, gold, power, sir, all these parents want to provide to the kid. Next, every parent want to arrange marriage also. Again, want to arrange marriage also for the kid. Assume that's a print marriage with any name you can take. Any name your parent. Most of the time, parent is always going to arrange appalamma or something like this is. So now take a bit very special care. Parent contain how many methods? Array parent contain how many methods? Two methods. Sir, parent contain two methods. Class C of P. Assume the child class doesn't implement anything. Because appalamma means how I can able to tell? Telugu people, can you please respond? Or instead of Appalama, something like something like not Appalama is not a name, something like very innocent, what we call rural village, rural village bride, something like rural village bride in the movies, something like a very rural village, like Yadamma, something like in Hindi we may use the word something like so most of the times if marriage with Appalama means no, I don't want, like the kid is going to tell, the son is going to tell, okay, that character is the Appalama character. Assume that assume, sir, this is the classic. Assume that class C didn't implement anything. C is equal to C, sir. I created C dot property. Then automatically property by default is going to come C dot marry. Automatically marry is going to come. Sir, happily parent class methods by default available to the child. Observe that this concept is nothing but inheritance concept. Okay, through inheritance automatically parent class methods by default available to the child. We are not required to rewrite in the child class those methods. I didn't override, I didn't implement. Automatically parent class methods by default available to the child. That's why on the child class object you can call parent class methods, no problem at all, sir. Now my question is, take, sir, child very much happy with the property implementation. Sir, child is going to tell, oh, property I want, I'm very much happy with the property implementation, but I'm not that much happy with the marriage implementation. Then automatically what the child is going to do is, if the child class not satisfied with the parent class method implementation, then the child is allowed to override based on its requirement. Okay, DEF marry, are getting DEF marry of self, DEF marry of self. Okay, some child can able to override based on its requirement. Okay, something like Katerna Kaif or something like is going to write. Now observe that. Now observe a bit very carefully, sir. So if the child class not satisfied with the parent method implementation, then automatically child class is allowed to override. Child class is allowed to redefine that method based on its requirement. Now see that marry means which method will come? Array see that marry means which method will come? Which method will come? Then automatically child class method is going to come. Subclass method is going to come because child already redefined that method. This concept is nothing but method of overriding. Are you getting right? Method overriding. Boss, I'm not satisfied with the parent class implementation. That's why, sir, I want to redefine that method in my class. For me, this one is required, not this. Are you getting? Then automatically happily we can go for what? Yes. So happily, what is the output by default we are going to get? Yes, observe that outputs are yes, cash, property as it is, But marriage method, earlier we got Appalama, but now we are getting something like Adanakai. Clear? Any doubt? What is that? This is nothing but what? Overriding concept. Now, Arpita, let me repeat again. Whatever methods parent has by default available to the child class through inheritance. Okay. So, but if child class not satisfied with parent class implementation, say child class not satisfied with parent class implementation, then automatically, do you know, sir, we child class is allowed to override that method based on its requirement. This concept is nothing but overriding concept. Okay, method of overriding is always possible. Remember that. Now I have one doubt. So some people are there. Okay, I want to implement my own even parent class method also I want. Are you getting that? Sir, I want parent class method also. Parent class method also. In addition to that, some more extra functionality I want. Are you getting? In addition to that, some more extra functionality I want. So something like in the child class, from the child class, happily you are allowed to call parent class method. That thing is also possible. If the child class inside overriding method, if you want the parent class functionality also, then automatically super dot, what is the method name? Marry. Super dot marry. Are you getting it? If I use super dot marry, then automatically like this, the output by default is going to come. Clear, right? Are you in a position to understand? So both methods got executed because of super parent class method. Next and after that, because sub child class method is also getting. Okay, clear. Next, Saujanya, on C, once we override that method, always outside of the class, overriding method only available, but not parent class method. Remember, if you want to call parent class method, create parent class object and then you can call that method. Saujanya, are you getting? So because you told already, I'm not satisfied with parent method implementation. That's why I'm defining that method. If I'm defining that method, then what will happen is, sir, for this child, always this method only available. Okay, but from the within that class, if you want parent class method by using this, you can able to call. So no, sir, I don't want this marry. I want only this marry. Then automatically don't create child class method. Don't create child class object. Better to create only parent object and then you can call this method. Yes, is marry method inherited to classes C? Yes, it is. It is, but you override that with your own marry method. So, as long as this marry method is not available, automatically parent class method by default available. Once you are defining your own method, yes, then the parent class method by default not available. Then, sir, still I want, then automatically this is the way. Getting? Are you able to understand up to this? Okay. Vikas Singh, why we should go for overriding? Why you should go for overriding concept? Sir, very simple. Because parent has some implementation. Every child compulsory should use the same implementation. No such type of thing. If the some child may extend its functionality, some child may extend or may change its functionality. Such type of possibility is there. Best example, right? Best example, let me go for. Sir, up to this is the clear, I hope, syntactical kind of thing. Let me go for a small, meaningful example. Assume that class loan. Best example to understand, class loan class is there. Okay. Now here see this one, class loan class is there. So therefore here interest rate. Okay, interest rate, like I have one method is there, sir, interest rate. Default interest rate default interest rate, sir, something like a return, sir, some 10.5. Assume that return 10.5. This is the default interest rate. Now, for this loan, you may have multiple types of loans, sir. Class gold loan is also available, which is the child class of loan. Regarding gold loan is also available. This gold loan interest rate need not be 10.5, need not be 10.5. Some other, then automatically, yes, I'm not satisfied. There, happily, interest rate some 14.5 I'm going to take. Because are in a position to understand? This is the gold loan. Next and after that, one more type of loan is there. Class vehicle loan. I'm taking car loan, sir. Car loan. Okay. Now, sir, this is the default interest rate is default interest rate 10.5. I'm not satisfied with that. Okay. Now what I want to do? Interest rate for the vehicle year maybe 8.5 only. Regarding maybe 8.5 only. Now observe. So if you are not satisfied with the parent method implementation in the child class based on business requirement, happily you are allowed to override, which is nothing but method of overriding. Clear? Because are you able to understand? Okay, in the inheritance concept, especially in the whoops area, this concept is the very commonly required, sir. Remember that. Okay. Next, that's all. This is about what is overriding. What is a method of overriding? Method overriding. Next, from child class method. From child class method, we can call parent class method by using super. From child class method, we can call parent class method by using super. Okay, no problem. Even I covered that point also, right? Similarly, constructor overriding is also possible, sir. Observe that constructor overriding is also possible, sir. Yes, how you can able to do that? How you can able to do that, sir? That part I will take care. Sir, if we override constructor 2 times, then call the super from second override method. Then yeah, sir, just take a bit very special care. Up to this is the clear, right? Any doubt about method of overriding? Any doubt about method of overriding? Yes, completed. Now listen this one, sir. What is the next one? Constructor overriding. Constructor overriding. Observe that carefully, sir. What is the constructor overriding? Sir, assume parent class is there. Observe carefully, sir. Parent class is there. It is a complete different behavior when compared with Java. Complete different behavior when compared with Java, sir. That's why make sure you should have clear clarity. Okay. Sir, class P is there. Class P is there, sir. Now I'm taking def, okay, underscore init, underscore self. Now print the parent constructor. Listen, I will take 2 examples so that you may get much clarity. Just observe the flow. Parent constructor. Class C extends P, I mean child class of P. C class doesn't contain any constructor, sir. Assume no constructor is there. C is equal to C, sir. If I'm creating child class object, automatically constructor should execute. But the child class doesn't contain constructor, then which constructor will be executed? Respond. If the child doesn't contain constructor, then which constructor will be executed? Parent constructor will execute. I told right. So parent class methods and constructors by default available to the child class. Inheritance concept applicable for constructors. Okay, that's why happily parent constructor will execute, sir. If you want to observe that, parent constructor executed. Suppose I'm not satisfied with parent constructor, happily you can define your own constructor in the child class. Are you getting your own constructor in the child class? Now print child class constructor. Like the people who are coming from Java background, please remove that Java from your mind, especially here, because in Java overriding of constructors are not possible, but in Python it is always possible. Remember that overriding of constructors concept is not possible, but in Python it is always possible, right? Remember that. Okay, so this is what you people should aware clearly. Parent constructor, child constructor, like this. Now observe a bit very carefully. Observe a bit very carefully. Now child constructor executed. If the child doesn't contain, then only parent class constructor by default will be executed. So parent class constructor is overridden with the child class constructor. Now the question is, sir, overriding concept is applicable for the constructors or not? Please respond. Overriding concept, is it applicable for constructors or not? Yes, why not? Happily it's applicable, no problem at all. Okay, clear? Any doubt? Any doubt about this one? Okay, that's all. Next, sir, here, do you know in Java, from child class constructor, whenever you are creating child object, automatically parent constructor will be executed. In Java, we have that rule, but here no such type of rules are. Only that particular class constructor will be executed. If you want to execute parent class constructor also, compulsory you should call super dot underscore init underscore like this. You should call, then only it will be executed. Everyone can aware, sir, parent constructor, child constructor, both the things are going to be executed because of this concept. Okay, remember, but by default, if you are not taking that line, then parent constructor won't be executed. So from the child constructor, still if you want parent constructor, happily we can able to do that by using super. Remember, so that's all. Next, let me go for one more meaningful example so that you people can get much clarity. Just 2 minutes. Observe that. I have one class is there, person. I have one class is there, sir, person class is there. This person class contain def underscore init underscore self. Can you please tell, for every person, name will be there. Name will be there. Observe that a bit very carefully, sir. Name will be there. Age will be there. Next and after that, age will be there. Height will be there. Height will be there. Okay. Next and after that, something like, or otherwise that may restrict only these two properties. Every person having a name and a age. Self dot name is equal to name, sir. Self dot age is equal to age. Remember that. So total, how many properties are available to the person? There are two instance variables are there. Now I'm taking class employee. Employee is the child of person, because parent properties required for the child. Employee is also person type only. That's why it is applicable. Def underscore init underscore self. Here observe, employee must have name and age. Name must be required, comma, age must be required, comma, sir, what is employee number must be required. Next, employee salary also must be required. Assume that, sir. Assume that. I'm creating an object. Sir, constructor part not completed. Not completed. Constructor part. Okay. E is equal to, I want to create employee object. Employee name Durga. Employee age. Okay. 48 I'm taking. Next, employee number. My employee number 87 24 25. IBM number, sir. My employee number is the same as per IBM records. 87 24 25. Next, employee salary. Employee salary is some 35,000, something like this I have. Yes. So now just take a bit very special case, sir. Durga 48. Okay, employee number and employee salary. How many properties I'm passing? 4 properties. But 2 properties are coming from the parent or not? 2 properties are coming from the parent. What I will do is super dot init. Super dot init, just pass name comma age. Name comma age. Okay, sir, if I call like this, parent constructor will execute. That parent constructor is going to take care about sir name and age. So for my employee, name and age, these two things are going to be initialized, sir, because of super parent class constructor. Clear for all period? Clear, I hope you can able to understand, sir. I'm creating employee object. First control will comes to this constructor only. But inside this constructor, super call is there. Because of that, super class constructor will assign name and age, whatever name and age I provided here. Regarding name is Durga, age is some 48 like this, it's going to be there. What is the next scenario? What is the next one? What are the remaining properties? Can you please tell? Oh, respond. What are the remaining properties? Can you spell out? Can you spell out the remaining properties? Enum and isal. Then self dot enum is equal to enum. Self dot isal is equal to isal. Best example to understand, sir. What is the need of super? Are you getting? If you want to execute superclass constructor to perform initialization for the instance variables which are coming from the parent, this super is going to be helpful. In Java, the super will be executed automatically, but in Python, we require to call explicitly. Remember that, okay? Perfectly, this one is going to work, sir. If you want, observe that perfectly, it's going to work. Now my question is, array displays properties also. Displays are one more method I'm taking, display. I get a display like this. I'm taking self print of okay, employee name. I'm taking, sir, employee name self dot name, sir, self dot name I'm taking. Next, here employee age I'm taking, sir, self dot age. Employee number I'm taking, self dot enum. Employee salary I'm taking, self dot esal. Are you getting like this? Sir, after creating this object, e dot display. Can you please call that? Can you please call this? Then automatically perfectly it's going to work, sir. If you want to observe that, employee name Durga, employee age 48, employee number, and then employee salary. Any doubt? Array, any doubt? Any doubt about this one? So here parent class contain constructor, child class contain constructor, overriding concept. From the child class constructor, if you want, you can call parent class constructor. What is the use is nothing but best example to understand this one. Okay, like now observe that. What is the next scenario? What I want to take? Let me create one more object. Let me create one more object. If I can create one more object, okay. Now I'm taking some Sunny. Second employee, sir, Sunny I'm taking 49. Okay, some I hope 36 or 37. 36, sir, assume that this is the employee ID. Assume that 45 is the salary. Either display. Now observe, sir, first employee information. Next and after that, second employee information. Like this, you are going to get. That's all, man. So overriding concept applicable for methods, overriding concept applicable for constructors. Clear? Any doubt? Saujanya, overriding concept, overloading concept not applicable for destructor, overriding concept applicable for destructor. Remember that. Destructor concept can be overridden, but overloading is not possible. Very simple. If the child class object is eligible for garbage collection, immediately child class destructor will execute. If the child class doesn't contain destructor, parent destructor is going to be executed. Something like constructor concept. Same as method, same as constructor, same as destructor also. Clear, right? Overriding is applicable for destructor, but overloading is not applicable for the destructor concept. I hope everyone can able to understand. So this total concept, whatever we covered, is polymorphism concept. Are you getting right? All these things are polymorphism concept. Now observe that polymorphism. What is overloading is the polymorphism. Overriding is the polymorphism. Sir, one name but multiple forms. One name but multiple forms. Overloading, sir, same plus a symbol you can use for multiple purposes. Same plus a symbol we can use for multiple purposes. Okay. Overriding means same method in parent class one type of behavior, in child class another type of behavior. Okay. Like sir, same name, but multiple forms. Multiple forms is the concept of polymorphism. Polymorphism. I hope everyone can able to see polymorphism word. Everyone can able to see polymorphism word. Yes, in our examples, everyone can able to see it. Right? There is one funny definition of polymorphism, which is the rooted like which is circulated like anything over the internet. Sir. How many people remember? I don't know that. Okay, just even I'm not in a position. I won't decide whether it's the correct or not. Also, just I'm sharing, sir. Whether you are going to, can you? You may be, what we call. Whether it is a valid or not, whether it is a correct or not, also don't ask any doubt about this one. Somewhere, sir, I saw one definition of polymorphism. Okay, so what is that? Yes, a boy starts love with the word friendship. Okay, a boy starts the word love with the word friendship, but girl ends love with the same word friendship. Sir, I don't know whether it is correct or not also. Don't worry, just a funny definition which is circulated in the internet. I'm just sharing. Don't take it negative way also. The boy starts love with the word friendship, but girl ends love with the same word friendship. Word is the same. Word is the same. Okay? Word is the same, but purpose or attitude is the different. Regarding purpose or attitude is different. Remember, this beautiful concept of hoops is nothing but polymorphism. One but multiple forms. One but multiple forms. Remember this, right? Okay. So, but anyway, internally whether it is a valid or not, I don't know, sir. Internally it is a valid or not, I don't know that. Don't ask. Sir, usually in the cinemas, hero is going to see heroine. Then automatically, first he's going to start. Why don't you become friends today onwards? Then automatically he keep on thinking love, and so on. At certain point, heroine is going to come in the middle of the show, keeping wedding card in the hand, saying, "Forever we will be friends." Something like that. Yeah, something like that. So observe that one name but multiple forms. One name but multiple forms is the concept of polymorphism. Remember, overloading, overriding. These things are best examples of polymorphism concept. Clear, right?